Alrighty, we're getting around to some DFFOO, and we're getting to some Crystal Quest a little early this week, just because I do have family coming over sometime in the middle of the week, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to actually get this done later, so I'm going to do this now. And, I hope that all that works out, and my mic is finally actually connected. For whatever reason, I did all of the last Shinryu without my mic, and I didn't notice until the very last minute. I was like, oh man, so much for some vain commentary. But really, that fight was done, before I really knew it. I was like, oh, okay. Just having Weiss and Laguna's Link attackers, they could carry some outdated units. But here we have what is this? I do believe this was Queen Shinryu, which it's a little dangerous just because they lower your max HP. But I think as long as we we start getting the rebreak spam going, this fight isn't really gonna do too much in terms of threatening us in any way. I do have Raging Call on us as well, just so we can make sure that, they can't actually do anything to us here. Let's just make sure that this is refreshed. Yeah, because it doesn't break. Yeah, they do, gain bravery like crazy, but that's not really going to be an issue just because Sephiroth's going to just, apply his BT effect soon and just keep them in check. That's basically what Team Rebreak does. We're just all about, not giving them any leeway. So here... just classic Ace stuff. Let's go for it. Actually, I do think I have my crystal passives all out of whack. I think I might have the one where what is that one crystal passive? The one that D3. I think I might have that on actually. My units look a little slower than I would expect them to look right here. Whatever, that's perfectly fine. Once we get Sephiroth's BT effect, it's basically going to be a non-issue. So, I think we're going to go ahead and do just that. And that's just also, so we get his EX buff going and everything. I think his free skill comes from EX. But it's not like the order really matters right now, just because we're just going to be getting follow-ups anyway. And really just refreshing Sephiroth's going to be the big deal, just because we're going to want to just push these guys back, because they can get fairly aggressive from what I remember. So that's why I brought the Raging Call as well. I don't think they have any real HP gates though, so that's why I'm not really that concerned with it. We'll just go ahead and spread our damage evenly real quick. Yeah, because this fight, I think this was Queen, which was a little while ago already. And, Crystal Quest just haven't been really offering all that much in terms of mechanics, which I think is, fine for Crystal Quest, just because, not everyone has their box completed with same color passes. Not everyone pulls with that in mind. Because a lot of the extra color stuff is really just bonus, you don't really need it. When I beat that Shinryu earlier, the DRC yellow one, I did that with characters, basically no crystal room at all. I didn't build up my blue crystal room whatsoever. I got that done with mono blue. See, it's not necessary or anything. It's just extra nice stuff to have, stats and maybe a passive here or there. And really, when I was doing that Bane fight, I kind of just realized, man, these fights really aren't really putting up much of a fight. Getting it done with Bane and just pushing them back really far. It's kind of funny. Oh, there's Sephiroth goes. There's his speed. I was wondering where that was. I was like, man. I don't know if these guys, or if this fight has the AoE aura where they just slow us down like crazy. But I do know they have a force weakness of melee. So, that's going to be pretty easy to meet just because we have 2 melee attackers on this team. Let's see, so now the Ace is set up. So let's go ahead and get our BT effect going. And basically between Ace, Sephiroth, and Dorgann, I think Sephiroth's BT effect is 100% attack up. And Ace is when he gets his stacks maxed out of it, it's an extra 80. And between these two, Sephiroth and Ace, I think they're giving 50% brave damage up. So that's really helping out, despite there not being a support on the team. With BT effects up, you can really help Dorgann just meet his cap on where he wants to be. Oh, we're so close. It doesn't really matter that much. I still need to get Dorgann's BT effect up anyway, so nothing really lost. Just because that provides the wind enchant. That's going to be important to get the extra 5% ticks from Ace. they're gonna track, or they're gonna proc their force ability. But we have Raijin on, so we're in no real danger. And as long as we're pushing them back, that Raijin's gonna stay on, and outside of that, the fight's gonna basically be over. It's gonna melt right before our eyes. And yeah, I think, I don't know which crystal room I really want to focus on after green's done. Like, I do have a little bit of red, I do have a little bit of black complete. But outside of those two... Oh, and I think I have, like, one yellow crystal passive for Balthier. No, it was for Cater, to get the D3. I have a lot of extra brilliance, so I'll look through my box to see, like, I think I might actually go into blue. And that's just so we can actually... Or that's just so I can actually, because I think Ferris is coming up fairly soon. I think after the raid, or not the raid, the Memoria battle that Irvine's supposed to be featured in. I think Ferris won't be too long after that. I think it's like Amaranth and then Ferris, if they don't like switch around the schedule or anything. So we'll see what I do with that. But I think in the the near future, I think the only units I'm really gonna want to put gems on are Ferris BT, Rydia BT, and Rufus when he comes out. And I guess Angiel, just because, those will be the new premier damage dealers for the most part. And here we'll just go ahead and jackpot shot it up. I do forget Ace's EX is single target, so that actually does help out the blind stud spam quite a bit. And these enemies are fast. I've been re-breaking them constantly and they keep moving up. Aggressive. I don't mind that. It's not like they're gonna be able to keep up with us anyway. Like, especially after this Dorgann FR. Dorgann's FR is cracked. And unfortunately I didn't have Ace's traps up, so we are gonna miss a little bit of damage here. But it's perfectly fine. Like, we're still gonna get an extra 50%. Beautiful. And since we don't have Ace's traps up, we can just go ahead and do AoE. It's not really gonna matter anyway. 6 million. And an extra 1.5. 7 million. Wow, I think I actually let or maybe this fight didn't allow us to increase our buffs while the force time was up. Because I just realized Ace's level buffs about to fall off. Wow. And we lost our red card too, actually. I think that had to do with the force time. But I don't remember it off the top of my head correctly. Oh, whatever, it's fine. Like, to be honest, it's not going to matter that much anyway. Just because of how much gauge we're going to gain from this. Like, I think the only thing that Ace's level 5 buff was providing to the party was like 50% brave damage up. Or it's like based on his stack, so it's like, 10% for each stack and it goes to 5. 75. 80. Yeah, so Dorgann's FR Echo with Ace is really nutty. Because that was like 85 on turn and an extra 75 off turn. That's absurd. So here we just kind of want to focus on the single target attacks now. We can launch you, so let's launch you. Yeah, we are going to need to refresh Ace's buff soon. I don't even think he has like Mega Burst active anymore. I think it's like I forgot what his regular skill is. I think it's just Burst. And I do think I need to use LD on Dorgann. Yeah, what are his regular skills called? Oh, it's just regular Mega Burst. Oh, it's the plus versions. Oh, okay. Well, let's start building our stacks again. Because I don't think we get access to the upgraded ones unless we're actually at 5 stacks. Which, at quest start, they make it pretty easy to do so. But when the buff falls out... Yeah, because when I did EX, I could have swore that refreshed this as well. But I guess not. And I think this is... with Precious Memories. Oh, I think that's actually... Oh, we need to refresh this buff. That's where his follow-up's coming from. Yeah, if that fell off, that would have been a bad thing. But it's not like, you know, we're in any danger of losing this fight. It's just gonna sit here and basically just let us beat it up. So I think the plan for the crystal room coming up is I'm probably just going to unlock one node at a time, like, you know, one of the stat nodes. And with the extra 600, I'm probably just going to unlock a passive, just so I can, you know, slowly start grinding away at the bigger, or at the more expensive nodes. So by the time we're done, it's going to be a lot easier to just use the extra points on where we need to, so we don't have to do, you know, an extra one of these and have leftover points. Because I do believe I'm going to have like 200 left over if I did my counting right, and really I could just use the, you know, our extra brilliance for it. It won't be that much of a deal. Jackpot shit. Oh wow, that only goes up by 1 stack on EX? Interesting. I thought that was 2. The more you know. Maybe as you can see, no turns on their ending. And Dorgann is doing what he does best, slashing like crazy. Because when I saw this fight was weak to melee and weak to dark, I did also consider bringing Golbez to this. I'm like, oh sweet, they're weak to dark, Lamau. We could just, you know, bring him up, no problem. But I decided against it because I was like, let's focus on green. I'm not really sure which passive I'm gonna want from green anyway. Like, it may be the EX recharging passive, but the thing is I have Rem for green, so, you know, if I want an EX spammer, I can just bring Rem along with her BT effect and, you know, make anyone an AoE, or not an AoE, an EX spam for the most part. So I've kind of just been like, with the crystal room. That's why I think when Ferris comes around, I think she's blue crystal, and I think Rufus is yellow. No, Angio's yellow. I forgot what crystal Rufus is. And Amaranth, I think, is red? I don't know, I'd have to recheck the Tomberry Troop and, like, check the timeline out. But yeah, that's basically the fight for this one. Basically just stood there and let us kill it. You know, the green team's looking strong, like a Sephiroth Dorgann. Not too many fights they can't handle, you know, unless it's like a force time thing. No, but yeah, when I can use these guys, I definitely will. Just having them all maxed out. But I do like to use some other teams every now and then just to not get myself bored. But anyway, let's go get a passive. Alrighty, in the green crystal room, and from what I could see, we only have 1 attack node left to unlock, and the rest is just, you know, the either miscellaneous nodes like max brave or HP or defense or something. Nothing super interesting. So I think from what I'm going to do for now, like I have these passives to unlock. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this, and I'm just going to unlock 1 stat bonus at a time. And I'll probably just be doing that, you know, throughout the rest of the runs for this, because really there's not much to do anymore. So yeah, that's going to be the green crystal room. Take it easy.